What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Inform Delaney, the new centre-back for BVB. He has managed to get himself into the 4th team of the week, going from a CDM to a centre-back, and sometimes these are interesting. Normally I like them in more the styles of Walker. I feel like Wan-Bissaka would be a really nice change. We had Alaba as a left-back to a centre-back, who now is actually a centre-back, and some players like that, like I quite liked Ferland Mendy going from a left-back to a CDM. So it's very interesting to see these cards, and I really like to always test them out and see how good they are in this position. Delaney normally is quite a really good CDM, and especially when he gets his informs, he has a well-balanced card, and normally is someone who informs well, if you get what I mean. And especially since he's gone up by a +3, it's quite nice to see a big increase rather than just these small +1s with someone like Thomas Muller, someone like Werner, just going at 1, even though they're already pretty good. Going up +2 and 3 is even better. So when we see a 2nd and 3rd in form, it's normally always the best sort of kind of results you get. And you look back at the gold card and think, yeah, he's had a big upgrade and really can play a hell of a lot better. Where we see the +1, it's not great. Now we've got a +3 upgrade and a position change to arguably quite a difficult position change. Going from a CDM to a centre-back, there's a lot of different animations, different kind of styles that you want in that guy. You don't want him as kind of like that passer, the guy who controls the ball a lot. You need a tackler, you need a man who's going to be there to recover, and you need someone who's going to really hold your defense pretty well. So let's get into it and see how Delaney does. So coming in at Delaney's stats then, we have a 3-star skiller with a 4-star weak foot. He started the game at 81 as a CDM with 77 pace, 73 shooting, 73 passing, 75 dribbling, 82 defending, and 82 physicals. He's had quite a nice upgrade. +3 on his pace, physical, and dribbling. He's had a +4 on his defending, shooting, and passing. So a decent upgrade, to be honest. He's now got 86 defending, not 85 physical, and 80 pace. The main 3 stats that I look at a centre-back, and then we look at something like the dribbling, and we look at the passing as an extra bonus. So in chemistry style-wise, people are looking at that anchor. Obviously, getting them 3 up is the most important. If we do put an anchor on him, gets an 84, a 93, and a 91 pace, defending, physical. And that, for me, turns him into a 91 centre-back. And probably the big advantage that a CDM to a centre-back has is the fact that he's already probably got some passing and some defense and some dribbling, because obviously he's more of a controller of the ball in a CDM rather than a centre-back. He already brings that along with him. So with then the upgrade of a defending physical attribute, you've then already got a very good basis to really kind of get yourself into a centre-back. He is 6 foot, so to be honest, not a small centre-back, but again, we're looking at 6'2", 6'4". They're normally the real meta centre-backs in this game, very much like Virgil, Rio. I'm pretty sure Rio's about 6'2", Rio, and then you've got someone like Maldini. If you're going really high up the chain, then you've got a few other centre-backs that really are tall and sometimes just don't have the pace for it. In terms of Delaney, though, we've got decent composure at 81. We've got an acceleration and sprint speed going at 84 if you give him the anchor, 79 if you give him nothing, if you keep him literally on nothing, but the basic will always give him a little bit extra there. And then also we have got 85 short pass, 88 long, which is always a nice little bonus. And then we have also 89 standing, 93 sliding, and 88 defensive awareness, 90 interceptions, which is always perfect as a centre-back. We also, on a basic, have 84 strength, 87 aggression, 93 stamina, and 99 jumping. The stats are there for him. He really is quite a well-rounded centre-back, and that's why when you put an anchor on him, he goes up to a 91. Plus then you've got the nice link of Witsel in his flashback. You've got plenty of players around him. You've got Alphonso Davies as a cracking left-back. You've also got someone like Boateng as a cheap centre-back next to him. Neuer in net. You've got so many options in the Bundesliga, and it just gets better and better each week just because we're getting so many good cards that are coming in and really showing off what they can do. In terms of what I would be looking at for Delaney in terms of price, again, I've issued the same advice for Edison, 6-7 p.m. when Ultimate Scream or Groundbreakers, Record Breaker, whatever they're called, is coming out. That's when you want to be buying him, because the packs are going to be flying. He's going to be dropping. He's an 84 in form. I feel like he will be a little bit harder to pack than some of the 84s, but I feel like he still will drop, and definitely worth a little buy. To be honest, if you got a Bundesliga team, I would always have a look at this card, because he is a very, very well-rounded centre-back. So let's get into some gameplay and see what he did there. One thing I did notice with Delaney, confidence. Really, really big confidence in that centre-back. He managed to get the blocks in. The interceptions was absolutely perfect. Managing just to kind of get in the way enough. Necessarily tackle-wise, had a good ability, but you could definitely tell the difference between a centre-back and a CDM in him. But I think the interceptions definitely made up for anything. Just managing to get past him and really kind of using that pace as a really nice little advantage to him. And to be honest, I'd say he's a decent centre-back. He really didn't put too much wrong, managing to kind of get forward. Yes, there's times where maybe people have turned him and he doesn't have the greatest of reactions to kind of deal with the recovery side of it. Whereas I find someone like Varane, I know big step up, so it's hard to compare them. But that's what you want in your FUT Champs team. Someone who, if you miss a challenge, everyone can do it. Even the pros have missed a challenge every now and then. You want that defender to be able to recover and actually win the ball back. That is what a defender is all about, and really can kind of save you matches, save you goals, and ultimately get the wins. And with Delaney, you put him with a good pairing. To be honest, I couldn't see it be a problem going into FUT Champs with him. You've got, obviously, like I said, Alfonso next to him. You could go as a left back, cracking left back. Other than that, there's not a huge amount of Denmark players there. You could go with potentially going Schmeichel in there. Always a good keeper to go with. I know he's a little bit more expensive. Or you can get some of the lads like Witsel and go next to Hummels or something like that. Hummels probably not FUT Champs worthy, but you know who I mean. Alaba, another cracking centre-back that you could go with. But a very, very nice find, to be honest. So going into the overall for Informed Delaney, 86.5k currently on the market. Personally, like I said, go for the lower one. Don't buy him now. Don't buy him in the morning. Wait for that 6 p.m. Let's see what he's going to go down to. More than likely, I can see at least a 10-20k off him. Personally, if he is that good, he will stay at that price, and you know that's pretty much the price he's going to stay at. Normally, within the first hour, you can kind of see where he's going. They may take a little bit more of a downwards kind of spiral, but that all depends on lightning rounds. If there's lightning rounds, wait till the final set. Wait till just before the 125s come out, because normally people have kind of finished by the ultimate packs. There's not everybody who can open 50ks, 100ks and 125ks and have a lot on the market. So I would say if he doesn't drop below 86, go and buy one. If he's not going to drop during lightning rounds or during promo packs, then definitely he's at a price that he's going to stay at. More than likely, I can see him dropping down a little bit more. I think 86 is a little bit high for the centre back, because there is plenty of other options. You can almost get a Joe Gomez for something like that, and I feel like he's quite a meta player this year. And obviously, from the price tag of him, we can see him being a relatively meta centre-back, plus next to a Virgil who unfortunately won't be getting any informs for a long time, but could be getting some performance-based, some non-performance-based informs or special cards, which hopefully they do, because it is a shame we don't actually have him going forward in the game. More than likely we'll still get a team of the year of him, but Delaney is a nice player. He's got the 4-star weak foot. Skill moves are pretty much irrelevant in the centre-back area. We've got the high defensive work rate with the low attacking. We're 6 foot. He's left-footed, in fact, so put him on the left side next to Alfonso. You could even go and swap him regardless in the game, and if you want to swap him and go for left and right back, if you're trying to get him on that side. We've got Mbabu, who we can link him with. Rosa Leon is another cracking one. Witsel, Alaba, Hummels, Boateng. There are so many players that you can link him with. Even going with a Berkey, you could go and do that and link him that way with a BVB signing. Other than that, quality stats, you can't argue with them. Even on a basic, he's coming in at an 88 rated centre-back. Like I said, you whack an anchor on him, he's 91. A shadow is 90 with 89 pace, which is just absolutely phenomenal. But I think the big increase is definitely this strength and aggression. That is a really nice stat to get from having the anchor. It will just help him push even more as a centre-back. And like I said, he's a well-rounded CDM at the best of times. Even though now, going into a centre-back role, I feel feel like he'll smash it. Hopefully we do see more of him. If we could see a next inform as a CDM, then go back to the centre-back potentially. It all depends on where he's playing in BVB. Hopefully we do see more cards like this. If we get an 86, he could be even more. And to be honest, I think then we're looking at a real contender for a spot in a starting lineup. I think the 84 is nice and can be in some starting lineups. But as we get into more meta squads, we're going to see more Virgils, we're going to see more Rios, we're going to see more Gomez's, and we're going to see more Varans. That's mainly where the centre-backs are at now. As we go forward and get more informed special cards, he could be definitely linked with a lot of very, very good players. So I'm very interested to see where he goes. I've given him an 8 out of 10. Really like the card. Don't buy him for 86. And overall, let me know if you're going to play with him. Apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you for now.